Hello and welcome to Arnie Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Silent Clock. In the sleepy town of Eldridge, where the days unfolded with the gentle predictability of a well-wound clock, time was more than a measure, it was a craft. At the center of this temporal tapestry stood Whitaker's watch shop, a modest establishment radiating the quiet brilliance of its owner, Mr. Henry Whitaker. His hands, weathered yet precise, had shaped countless timepieces, each a testament to his mastery. But on a crisp autumn afternoon, the relentless ticking of his workshop ceased. Mr. Whitaker's heart had stopped, entwined with his latest creation, a magnificent, ornate clock frozen at 3:15. Into Holly Arnold, a young detective freshly arrived from the clamor of the city, her keen eyes and sharper mind eager to carve a place in this quaint community. She stood at the shop's threshold, the air heavy with the scent of polished oak and brass, undercut by a whisper of tragedy. Before her, Mr. Whitaker lay slumped over his workbench, a wound on his head hinting at a violent end. The clock beside him, its hands stilled, seemed to guard a secret. Holly's boots clicked softly against the wooden floor as she approached. She was new to Eldridge, her transfer a chance to prove herself beyond the urban sprawl. This case, her first major test, beckoned with a puzzle as intricate as the gears surrounding her. Detective Arnold. Thomas, the apprentice, hovered near the door, his youthful face drained of color. "I found him like this, came back from lunch and he was gone?" Holly's tone was calm, her gaze steady. "About 3:30. I was out from 2:30 to 3:30. The door was unlocked when I returned. Stopped at 3:15. Tell me about it." "It's a commission for Mr. Langley, a collector." Mr. Whitaker was secretive, but he said it had a unique mechanism. That's all I know. Holly filed that away, her mind already spinning. She scanned the scene, noting the tools scattered across the workbench, hammers, pliers, a wrench, all potential weapons. Then a gap caught her eye, a missing gear in the clock's exposed innards. "Was this clock finished?" she asked. Thomas leaned closer, frowning. "No, there's a gear missing. It shouldn't be like that. It's vital. The coroner, Dr. Pembroke, arrived soon after. A blunt force trauma," he confirmed. "The time of death roughly 3:0, give or take 15 minutes. The clock had stopped shortly after. Coincidence? Or a clue?" She needed suspects. Thomas, perhaps, harboring ambitions beneath his nervous exterior. Mr. Grayson, a rival watchmaker whose business had waned in Whitaker's shadow. And Edward Whitaker, the estranged son, recently returned to town like a storm cloud on the horizon. Her first lead took her to Mr. Langley's mansion, a sprawling relic of wealth adorned with ticking treasures. The elderly collector greeted her warmly, his eyes dim with nostalgia. "The clock," he mused. "A tribute to my late wife. It was to play our wedding melody at 3:15 each day. The moment we said I do, Henry promised a surprise feature, but he kept it close. Was it supposed to stop at 3? Holly pressed. No. It should have played on, a daily reminder. Holly thanked him. Why 3:15? Back at the shop, she examined the clock again, its silence almost mocking. Then, a glint, a tiny keyhole nestled among the carvings. She checked Mr. Whitaker's pockets, her fingers brushing against a small, ornate key. Click. A hidden compartment sprang open, revealing a letter. Holly's breath caught as she read, "To my son Edward, I've uncovered your embezzlement from the shop. Your gambling debts have bled us dry, betraying my trust in our legacy, and leaving the business to Thomas, loyal and true. At 3:15 today, this letter will be revealed, and the authorities will know. Father, a motive, stark and undeniable. Edward stood to lose everything." But the clock stopped at 3:15 suggested more. Was it set to expose the letter at that precise moment? Did Edward kill to silence it? Holly's investigation deepened. At the Rusty Cog, Edward lounged with a pint, his swagger faltering under her scrutiny. "Where were you this afternoon?" "Here, 2:30 to 4:0, he replied. "Ask anyone." The bartender nodded vaguely. "He was here. Mostly didn't notice him around 3:0 to 3:15. I was in the back." Next, Mr. Grayson, rigid behind his shop counter, claimed he'd been working alone. No witnesses. His address 315 Main Street in at Holly. Too neat a fit for the clock's time. Then the gear. Found beneath Mr. Whittaker's body it bore feigned initials E.W. Edward Whittaker. Evidence or red herring? Holly visited the cafe across from the shop where Thomas had lunched. The owner, wiping a glass, squinted in recollection. Saw Edward going around to 55 left near 3:20, looked rattled. Edward's alibi unraveled. Back at the pub, Holly confronted him. "You're under arrest for your father's murder. I was here, you can't. A witness saw you at the shop 2:55 to 3:20. The letter proves your motive. You stole from him, and he was about to expose you. He slumped. It wasn't planned, we argued. He threatened me with that damn letter. I shoved him. He hit the bench. I panicked, pulled the gear to stop the clock, couldn't find the letter. So I ran." Holly's chest tightened. "You killed him, Edward." "That's the truth." As he was cuffed, the shop's other clocks ticked on. Holly had unraveled the enigma of the silent clock, its halted hands a final cry for justice. And Eldridge, her name now carried weight, a promise of vigilance in a town where time, once again, flowed free. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.